How can you have an amazing presentation like that and yet still lose? What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all doing well today. Oh my gosh, what a Nintendo Direct that was. So many amazing things and some concerns as well, but I'm excited to just dive into it, so let's stop wasting time and let's just begin. Right off the bat, Nintendo did not waste any time talking about the sequel to the Mario movie, which has now been titled Super Mario Galaxy, and I am so excited for this. The Galaxy games are my favorite Mario games of all time, and the fact they are not holding back and they are literally shooting for the stars, this next film just has me super excited. I cannot wait to see the debut of Rosalina, the Comet Observatory, the Grand Stars. This film, I know without a doubt, because the Galaxy games just have a much bigger, more emotional plot going on. I have a feeling that this film is going to be bigger, better. Everything is going to be turned up to the 11th degree, and I absolutely just cannot wait to see all the new casting additions. And hopefully we don't have to wait too long to start seeing more, because this movie is out pretty soon next year, and so I would imagine this is the start of a huge marketing cycle, and I cannot wait. Speaking of the Galaxy games, Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 are now on the Nintendo Switch. If you bought 3D All-Stars 5 years ago, chances are you already have Galaxy, so most, if not everyone, is probably going to be picking up just Galaxy 2. And I'm really excited for the fact that this game is finally coming to the Switch, and just being able to play through this again. I actually, believe it or not, gave away Galaxy 2 to a friend of mine back in high school, so I don't have Galaxy 2 anymore, so I'm really excited to pick it up on the Switch and be able to play it through it again. I haven't played through it in years. It's gonna feel like a brand new game to me again, because I just have not played it in so long. In other news, we finally have a release date for Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Guys, this game is looking better and better every time we see it. I feel like this game is going to be very bittersweet just because this is probably the last game in this particular Hyrule. I'm excited to hear another amazing performance from the voice actors, Patricia Summerset, Matt Mercer, and just to get to step into this world one final time and experience the imprisoning war to its fullest, and it really is going to feel complete, I have a feeling, after this. So I really am just excited that this is coming out this year, and it's coming out so soon, November the 6th. It's coming out a lot sooner than expected, and we'll get to the fact that Nintendo is not slowing down much later in this video, but still, I am just super duper excited this is coming so soon. Another big game I really wanted to mention in this, just because I have a sister who watches my channel, and I know she would be really happy for me to mention this. Hades 2 is coming in the next 2 weeks, and I know she is really excited. I know there's a lot of fans of that series, and so for those of you who've been waiting for Hades 2, I know this was a huge moment. And I will say this, I'm not even a Hades fan, and that trailer looked really cool. Like, I just really enjoyed watching it. But guys, the biggest thing we need to talk about, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond finally has a freaking release date, December the 4th. You know what? I'm not even mad that it is the last game of the year. At least it's coming in freaking 2025. This trailer gave us something that I don't think anybody expected. Samus on a motorbike. I honestly was not expecting this to be a thing, but now it is a thing, and I'm not mad about it. It looks like it could be a very fun new addition, and it seems like this is going to be the new mode of transportation. I don't know if it's going to be elevators anymore. I think this is going to be how we get around from one area to the next. We still could have elevators where we're going up and down into the planet, but still, the fact that this is going to be a semi-open world game just has me even more excited. We're still going to have the classic elements that make up a Metroid game, but being able to branch out and explore the giant world of Viros and go off the beaten trail and take those abilities that we find and just use them to their fullest getting around this planet just has me super duper excited. And I do want to point out that at the very end of this trailer it said the road to launch begins. So I have a feeling that this is not the last we're going to see of this game. I think as we get closer, Nintendo has a steady flow of updates that they're going to really start pushing for this game. The marketing has really begun for this, and I do believe that as we get closer, we're going to have a Metroid Prime 4 dedicated direct. I think we're going to have some more overview trailers that show us more of Samus' psychic abilities. I'm just super duper excited this game is finally dated. It's not slipping into 2026. We will be playing it before the year is over, and I'm so excited. And that brings me to the biggest thing about this Nintendo Direct, because one thing I realized after watching this and looking at all the release dates, from now all the way until Metroid Prime 4's launch, Nintendo has back back-to-back-to-back releases. Let me show you what I mean. September 25th, we begin with Hades 2. The following week, October 2nd, we have the Galaxy games. 2 weeks after that, we have Pokemon Legends ZA. 3 weeks later, we have Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. 2 weeks after that, we have Kirby Air Riders. And then 2 weeks after that, we end with the long-awaited Metroid Prime 4. From now till the end of the year, Switch 2 is going to have so much to play, and for me personally, I'm super excited. I don't think Nintendo has ever had such a rapid release of games like this before. The only time I remember them doing something like this was back in 2013 when A Link Between Worlds, Mario 3D World, and Mario Party Island were all released on the same day. 3 games in one day. But the fact that it is literally game after game after game in 2 to 3 week increments is almost unheard of with Nintendo. I don't remember them ever doing something like this. Nintendo has really set up the Switch 2 to succeed this holiday, and it's gonna be awesome. So you might be asking by reading the title of this video, how can Nintendo do all of this and still lose? Let me explain. I don't mean lose financially. I don't believe they are going to lose this holiday season. There's some amazing stuff coming in the future, as we've already talked about. I don't think financially is where they have lost this year. They have lost a lot of love and respect from their fans, and the reason for that is because of the way they have treated the pricing of everything since the Switch 2's launch. And yet again, even after this Nintendo Direct, they have hid all the pricing behind their amazing trailers, in their press releases, behind their websites. They did the same thing here that they did back in the Switch 2 Direct. Let's start with the first thing, being that the Virtual Boy. First off, why do the Virtual Boy? We have a GameCube NSO library that needs to be fleshed out, and you choose Virtual Boy. That was a colossal failure back in the day, and by the way, you price the accessory to be able to play these games at $100. Nintendo, what are you thinking? This is old retro games that didn't do well back in the day and were laughed at, and you bring this back now and price it at $100. And some of you might be saying, oh, you don't have to get the Virtual Boy accessory, you can just get the cardboard. Oh, okay, you want to pay $25 for cardboard? And if that's not bad enough, then we get into the pricing of the amiibo figures. I didn't even realize this until I started looking into it. Do you guys remember when amiibo, back when they first released with Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U, do you remember the pricing for those? They were like $13 a piece. Guys, I kid you not, the pricing for the Galaxy amiibo are $40 a piece. And the pricing for the Kirby Air Riders amiibo are $50 a piece. Nintendo, what are you thinking? Now, I know there is an economic situation going on in the world and everything is happening, but that to me, I don't think is enough to let Nintendo off the hook. I believe they are doing this because they know that they can do it. They know that fans will show up regardless. Consumers are going to buy this stuff, but here's the thing. They're not going to be happy about it. And over time, I think as Nintendo continues to raise prices, and I don't believe it's just Nintendo, Sony's doing it, Xbox is doing it, so many companies are doing it, but Nintendo, I feel like they are doing it more so. Some people are also complaining about the prices of Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. Personally, since I'm getting Galaxy 2 by itself, $40 doesn't really bother me, especially because of how big Galaxy 2 is. Huge game, 242 stars, not trying to spoil anything, but it's a big game. But when you price a Virtual Boy that failed back in the day at $100 for this to play some NSO games, and you price the amiibo figures at $40 to $50 each, that's where I have a bit of an issue, Nintendo. And I think that's really what it has come down to this generation, is that gamers are just going to have to be very selective about what they choose to pick up, which is unfortunate. And then, of course, you have the whole fiasco with the game key card situation, which that's a whole other subject for another day. But still, this Nintendo Direct overall was amazing. I enjoyed it from start to finish, with Mario's 40th anniversary to the release dates finally being given for Zelda and Metroid Prime 4. I can't wait to play those games. But I cannot deny that Nintendo seems to be getting more and more greedy. You would have thought that after the backlash they received from the Switch 2 Direct and them hiding the prices of Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and everything deep in those websites, that they would have been more forthcoming with what these games were going to cost in this Direct. They did not do that. They once again showed some amazing trailers, showed some release dates, hid those prices deep away. They need to be more forthcoming about the pricing of their future games. Acknowledge the economic situation that's going on in the world right now. Acknowledge that you guys are being impacted more than you're letting on. Say something, because right now a bunch of fans think you're greedy and you need to stop. So yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think Nintendo's going to lose financially. This Direct was amazing. Nintendo's going to sell a ton of Switch 2 this holiday season with all the games to choose from. There will be no shortage of things to play. But in terms of Nintendo's fan base, overall, is becoming more and more irritated, and I'm seeing that, and honestly, it's very valid. I can see a world later down the road where the next Zelda game is $100. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I do see that in the future. The next 5 to 10 years, I do believe that we will be paying probably $80 to $100 for Nintendo games, which is absurd. But unfortunately, I think this is where we're at, and I think if Nintendo does not stop, overall, it's just going to make gamers even more upset, and before long, they will start to suffer financially. So Nintendo, just keep that in mind. You don't watch my videos, but still, just thought I'd say that. But now I want to turn the discussion over to all of you. What do you guys think? Are you excited about anything that was announced in this Direct? Are you happy for Metroid Prime 4, Hyrule Warriors, the Galaxy games, the Galaxy movie? Or has the pricing of everything just really ruined it for you? Comment below and let me know. Do you think Nintendo won and lost this year? Start a discussion. I will be in the comments interacting with all of you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Big shout outs to all of my channel members, especially my Triforce members, Caleb John's Gem, Brawlfan100, Nighttime Luigi13, and Zora Link21. You guys are amazing, and your support does not go unnoticed. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Until the next video or next live stream, take care, everyone.